Okay, let's get into this. Welcome to the deep dive. You sent over some really interesting source material on contact dermatitis. It's super common, that skin reaction a lot of us get. So, our mission today is really to unpack what these sources are saying about why our skin reacts badly to certain things it touches, go a bit deeper.
Yeah, and what jumps out right away from the sources is how they frame the skin, like this amazing protective shield. And contact dermatitis, fundamentally, is just that shield, well, reacting negatively when something touches it.
Right.
But the key insight, I think, that the material really highlights is that even though it might look similar,
Yeah.
a rash, redness, maybe itching, there aren't tons of different reasons. The sources focus on just two main ways this happens.
Two main pathways. And knowing which pathway is the key to figuring it all out, isn't it? That distinction the sources make, it's like your main tool for diagnosis.
Exactly. It's crucial. If you only grasp one, you're missing, well, half the story.
Mm.
The sources really spend time on the first type, irritant contact dermatitis.
Which they flag as the most common one, yeah. And my read from the material was that this isn't your immune system going haywire or anything. It's much more straightforward.
Precisely. The sources explain it very simply.
Yeah.
The substance itself, the thing you touch, it physically damages the outer skin layer. It directly irritates the cells. Think of it less like a specific allergy and more like a mild chemical burn or just friction, really.
Hmm.
On a tiny scale, it doesn't need your immune system to learn anything or have a memory of it. It just happens if the stuff is harsh enough or you're exposed for long enough.
Okay, so the examples they list, like really harsh soaps, strong cleaning chemicals, even just getting your hands wet over and over, those aren't things your body is necessarily allergic to, like in the immune sense. They're just kind of inherently rough on skin.
Right. It's the substance itself causing the damage, wearing down that protective shield. Now, the second type, that's where the immune system absolutely does step in. That's allergic contact dermatitis.
Okay, so this one is more like what we think of as a classic allergy. Your body develops a very specific dislike for something. The sources say it's the immune system messing up, basically, seeing something harmless as like an invader.
Yes, exactly. And the critical thing here is sensitization. Your body has to learn to react. It takes an initial exposure, maybe even a few exposures over time, for your immune system to sort of flag that substance. But once it has learned that sensitivity, then even a really small amount touching your skin can set off a big reaction.
Huh. That's pretty interesting, the body building the specific do not touch list for itself. And the classic examples the sources mention are things like nickel in earrings or belt buckles, maybe certain perfumes or plants we all know, like poison ivy. Your immune system kicks in, but maybe not right away.
And that delay is such a key point the sources bring up for telling these apart. Unlike an irritant, which might cause redness pretty quickly, allergic contact dermatitis often takes, 24, maybe even 72 hours after you touch the thing to actually show up as a rash, which you can imagine makes plain detected pretty hard sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. So, just to tie it together for you, our listener, based on this material, when you get a contact dermatitis rash, it boils down to one of two things. Either your skin touched something that physically damaged it, that's the irritant type, or it touched something your immune system has specifically learned to fight against after meeting it before, that's the allergic type.
hmm And the single most important message, really, across all these sources, the thing they keep circling back to, is that dealing with this long term isn't just about creams for the rash. It's about figuring out that specific trigger, becoming a bit of a detective. And then this is crucial, really committing to avoiding that trigger consistently.
Understanding those two different ways it happens, irritant versus allergic, that's your roadmap to finding the culprit. Maybe thinking about whether a reaction was immediate or delayed or what kind of substance it was helps you pinpoint something you've experienced.
Yeah, think about it. How much stuff does your skin encounter every single day without any issue? It's amazing, really, what stands out to you. This deep dive really shows that when a reaction does happen, it's usually one of these two specific kinds of battles. Finding the trigger, that's like the intelligence gathering part. But the real mission, the source's stress, is that consistent avoidance.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much are we really aware of all the substances our skin interacts with constantly? And maybe the quiet struggles that Shield is handling all the time?